beautiful people. I'm glad you could join me on Deranged Hermit Life. So this week I thought we'd do something slightly different, and I thought I'd show you the worst reserve list card investments that I've made. Now, I haven't lost heaps of money on these cards, but definitely lost 50%. So it all adds up once you start buying a fair few of the cards. So it'll just be interesting, because when I bought them back in the day, I thought they had potential. So it's something to learn from. You can only learn from the past and only improve for the future. So let's get straight into it. I'll show you what I bought and show you how much I lost. So the first thing to notice from these cards is that there's an inked card in the middle there. Stands out like dog's balls, and it's definitely worth checking your cards when you get them, just to make sure that they haven't been inked. I got a partial refund on that one, and we'll get to it soon. But yeah, this is the first card, Paradigm Shift. So this card removes your library from the game, and then you shuffle your graveyard into your library. So it's interesting. It just doesn't have many uses. I really like the art on this card, and I like its uniqueness, but it's really hard to build a deck around this card to make it worth including. So I was taking a gamble on these cards like 4.5 years ago, and on most of them I was paying like $18 or $19. Sure, a couple of them I got for $10, but yeah, most of them 18 or 19 Australian dollars. And these days it's worth just under $10. So lost about 50% of the money that I put into this one. It could definitely be worse. I still like having them in the collection, but it just wasn't a smart investment. Maybe in the future, Wizards will bring out a card or two that it combos well with. But at the moment, it's just not so useful. Yeah. So that was the first card that I lost the most on. The second card that I lost the most on was Well of Knowledge. I really like this card though. I think it's got a lot of potential and a lot of upside from here. But definitely so far I've lost money on this card. I just bought it at the wrong time. This is that inked card that we saw earlier. So I got a partial refund on this card and end up only costing $2. So that's not too bad. But the rest of these I was paying a little bit more, mostly $8.50. And now it's worth like half as much as that. So lost 50% on these ones as well. Obviously could be worse, but when I'm putting this money in to invest to hopefully come out with more value in the future, yeah, it's definitely not helping the cause. But I definitely think this card will pick up and will be worth more in the future. So I'm expecting to get me money back if I can just hold on and wait for the market to turn around. So here's our totals. So there we go. I lost the most with that Paradigm Shift card. Lost about 50% of the value that I actually put into it. It's not real bad or anything, but it's still considerable. I bought it back in the day because it was unique, and I thought maybe in the future Wizards will bring out a card that works well with it. It just hasn't happened yet, and I'm not sure whether it will happen in the future. there's a chance it's worth buying at this lower price, but I definitely won't be buying any more of them. The Well of Knowledge card, on the other hand, I think that's a really good price to be buying now. And sure, I've lost money on it, but that's because I bought it at the wrong time, and I think now's the right time to be buying it. It's another unique card. It's pretty useful. Card draw is always a big thing in MTG, so this is just a pretty easy way for card draw, costing only 2 mana per card. Also, if you can team it up with a card that gives you an effect if you draw your second card each turn, or multiple cards each turn, then it can be really strong. Sure, your opponent gets the ability as well, but if you make the right deck around it, I think it'll be quite a useful card, and I think it'll go up in value in the near future. I think it's definitely at its low point now, so that's one I'll look at buying. Though these days I'm trying to focus more on the quality cards, like dual lands and stuff like that. Back when I bought these ones, I was going for quantity over quality, but now I've changed that around and I'm going for quality over quantity. So anyway, that's all we got time for this week. Until next week, stay cool, stay calm, stay connected.